Hello guys, you guys are welcome back to the channel. This is Be Real with Livingstone Immunity, and I'm super excited that you guys decided to stop by today. How is it going? How is it going? How are you guys doing? This is the fall season. For those of you who are coming to United States for the first time for grad school, this is the fall semester. I'm so excited you guys were able to make it. So for the new grad students, you can just go back to some of my videos that I made on of what you need to do in the first few weeks of grad school. Check it out and let me know what you think. Put in your comment and share with the new guys who are coming to the state for grad school. And I'm so excited that I get the opportunity to share more content with you all. Today we'll be talking about how to be successful in grad school. Grad school is a lot. Yeah, whether you're doing your MSc or you're doing your PhD, grad school is a lot. There's so much stress, so much deadline, so much expectation, and it's completely different from high school and undergrad. It's completely different. The classes are more, I won't say more difficult, but the workload on each classes is more, and sometimes you get this imposter syndrome. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you want to quit, sometimes you want to give up. I just want to tell you guys that you are not alone. You are not alone. So many grad students are facing this, and we've been able to look at graduate students who were successful and what they did to be successful in grad school. We're able to talk to a few, and then we got 7 tips on how to be successful in grad school. So number one, focus on learning. You're in grad school. Yeah, most people come to grad school because I want to get a higher degree. I want to get good grades, but that shouldn't be your primary focus. Your primary focus should be on learning. Yes, we know you're in grad school to get the master's degree or to get a PhD to become a doctor, or you're taking a class, you're more focused on getting A, because in grad school the least grade you should be getting is a B. You understand? In grad school, you should be getting that's the least grade. It should be a B. So it's either you're getting an A or you're getting a B. So because of that, most grad students just focus on the grade, but no, that should be your primary focus. Your focus should be on learning. You're in grad school to learn. Yes, I understand getting the good grade, it's good, but you need to get something out of the class. You don't want a situation whereby after the class 2-3 months after you're done with the class, you forget everything you were taught in that class. It doesn't make sense. So you need to stay in class to learn. You understand? So focus on learning in grad school. And when you focus on learning, you want to be interested in the class. You want to go the extra mile to get more information about what you're being taught, which will actually help you. And what I encourage people is that when you're in grad school, take classes that will one way or the other help you in your career and your future plan. Let's say you're in transportation engineering, take classes that are in line with transportation engineering and what you plan to do in the future. You understand? So when you take classes that you know, this class I'm taking is going to help me in the future, you will be focused on learning and not just on the grade. So number one, focus on learning. Number two, be an active listener and take notes. As I said before, grad school is completely different from high school and undergraduate college. In grad school, you gotta listen, you have to listen. Most of the things the professor say are important. The notes the professor will give you, the slides the professor will give you, there are some content that he will say in class that will eventually be in your exam or eventually help you in your career profession. So you need to listen to your professors, you need to listen to your advisors, because they will tell you things you may not necessarily find on the internet. They will tell you how to go about life in grad school, how to maneuver certain challenges. So you have to be someone who listen actively and also take note. The reason why I always advise people to take note, you cannot remember everything. It is not possible for you to remember everything. So what I do is that in my bag, anywhere I'm going to, I always have a notepad and a pen with me. Anywhere I am going to, there must be a notepad and a pen with me. Sometimes ideas will come and I'm writing it on my notepad. Sometimes I'm listening to someone and then he says something. I'm like, Rema! And I'm writing it on my notepad. So you have to be an active listener and take notes. Even in class, your professor will say something, take notes. You understand? You need to be someone who takes notes all the time. And it's not just about taking notes and then dumping the note. Many years ago, I heard someone say that you all go to class, take notes, and your notes are more intelligent than you because your notes have more content than you. So it's not about taking all the notes. Will you go back and meditate on those things you've written down? Will you go back to your notes and say, oh yes, I remember when this professor said this thing, and then you're reminding yourself what the professor said, you're reminding yourself what that friend said, you're reminding yourself what your advisor said. So take notes and then go back to that note and reread, and reread them. Okay? Number three, read smart. Yeah. In grad school, you have so many materials to cover, and you don't even have the time. I'm taking a course this semester, and each class I have to read like three different materials just to prepare for the class. Three different material, and it's a lot. I spend hours reading, but you need to learn how to read smart. So what I do is that I go to the slide, because the professor always puts in the slide he's going to use to teach in class. So I go through the slide, I go through every details of the slide, just like skim it through. I'm like, okay, so this is what the professor is going to talk about in class. So this is the areas I should cover when I'm reading. So when I'm reading these materials, I'm not just reading everything. I'm going to those key points that the professor is going to explain in class, those key points that I saw in the slide. So that's where I'm going to put my focus in. I'm not just going to read everything. No one has the time. I'm going to focus on those things that are important. So I'm reading them. I'm like, and when I'm reading something, I have my notepad and I'm jotting down the important thing, summarizing it in my own language, in my own words. And I'm summarizing, I'm reading, I'm like, oh, this is really, really important. And I'm summarizing it. So please and please don't just read smartly. Remember, it's not the hard work you put in that make you successful. It is the smart work. Let me repeat that. It is not the hard work you put in that make you successful. It is the smart work. This is the period where you need to jot things down. So jot that thing down. Jot it down. So you need to learn how to read smart. Number four, connect with your classmates too. Bro, girl, you're not the only one going through the situation you're going through. There are other people in your class who are going through the same thing. So connect with them. If you're someone who is an introvert, trust me, there is another student who is an introvert in your class. Connect. You need to build your communication skill in grad school. You need to be able to connect with people, because when you leave grad school, that is the number one key you're gonna have in your arsenal. You need to know how to connect with people. So connect with your classmate. My best friend, yeah, he's my very good friend Benam. So yeah, I can call him my best friend. My best friend Benam, I met him in my first class in grad school, and this is 1 year after. We are still very good friends. We are still very good friends. See, in the long run, the friends you're gonna keep forever are friends you meet in college and in grad school. So you need to connect and make friends with those people. And if you're someone who is struggling with a particular class, with a particular clause, or particular homework, you can connect with those guys who you know in class are really good in these topics, and then let them teach you. You understand? And when you see people trying to connect with you, don't push them away. They just want to be friends with you. So have this open heart and let people come in. You understand? Yeah, I know some past videos I made, I said not everyone is expected to be your friend, but if you know someone is reasonable and wants to connect with you, why not open the door and let them come in? So please learn how to connect with people. The classmates you connect with is gonna help you, and you're gonna help them too. So number five, get involved. Back when I was in Nigeria, when I was in college, there's this saying that people usually say to me. It says, "Do not pass through a school and not let the school pass through you." Let me repeat that. Do not pass through a school and not let the school pass through you. Which simply means while you're on campus, while you're in school, trying to focus on learning, focusing on getting good grades, and focusing on getting a degree. Also be involved in extracurricular activities. That is you allowing the school to pass through you. do something for the school. You understand? You can be involved in sports, you can join an association. I always encourage graduate students. Yes, I know you don't have time, but please and please try and join an association on campus. Try to join a campus community. You understand? It's going to help you. I know you don't have time. I know you have research to do. I know you have classes to attend to, but please, just one. Promise me you're gonna join one association on campus. Promise me you're gonna join one campus community. Please, please, please promise me you're gonna do that. So get involved in an association. You understand? A student body association, it could be a fellowship, a church, a religious activity, it can be sport, it can even be your hobby like dance, music, or skating, pitball, wherever, whatever you want to do, please get involved with other students. And number six, keep in contact with your professors. Yeah, some of you hate your professors. Yes, yes, yes. Some of you hate your professors, and immediately after the class, you cut connection with these professors, and you're done. Let me tell you a secret now. Listen. Let me share something with you. At the end of each semester, I send a thank you email to all the professors that taught me that semester. So at the end of the semester, I send an email like, thank you, professor. I learned so much in your class, and I really appreciate the efforts you put in teaching me, and I will always come to your office when I have issues. I just want to say thank you. And I realized that this email puts smiles on my professor. So every semester, at the end of every semester, I send a thank you email to my professors. This is a way of me keeping in contact with them. And sometimes I don't have anything to do. I send an email like, professor, I want to come to your office, not to talk about school, but just to relate to you, just to seek advice. That's what I say. I'm coming to seek your advice. So I go to this professor and I say, professor, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm passing through. Do you have any advice for me? The professor may be the professor that taught me the previous semester, but when the professor see my motive, my move coming to him, they are ready to pour everything they know, to pour everything they have to teach me. So you have to keep in contact with your professor. And for those of you who are into research, you know at the end of the day, you will need your professor to give you tips on some of the journals to publish your research papers. And if you want to be like in a collaboration with any professor, this is a way to keep in contact. And don't forget, your professor has other content, so they may link you to those people. So why hate your professors, and why stop talking to your professors just because you're done with their class? This is something I'll tell you another thing. The current advisor I have, like the current advisor I'm currently working with now, was a professor who taught me in my first year in grad school. So when I came to grad school, I had a professor, and then the professor left the school. So for some time, I was without a professor, and I was looking for a professor, for an advisor. Guess what? I went back to those professors who taught me, and I'm like, okay, so we have the same research interests. This is what I'm working on. This is what I'm working on my thesis. Can you be my advisor? Guess what? The two professors I reached out to, the two professors were willing to be my advisors. Why? Because of the connection I kept with them. Hope you're saying, you're taking notes of the tips in this story. The two professors I sent email to, the two professors accepted to be my advisors. Why? Because of the connection I had with them. Because number one, I was a good student in their class, and number two, I kept contact with them. And finally, number 7, manage your time. How to be successful in grad school, you need to learn how to manage your time. Yes, you have 24 hours in a day. The 24 hours is not going to be enough to do everything you want to do. So please manage your time. Plan a schedule. Pick up time. This is what I want to do at this time. This is what I want to do at this time. For those of you who are new to this channel, you know that I put out video only on Saturday morning. You will not see me putting out a YouTube video or or Spotify podcast on a Thursday morning or on a Friday morning or on a Monday morning. No, you will not. I have planned my time that every Saturday and sometimes bi-weekly I am going to put out a video for my listeners. The same thing I do every Sunday evening. I take time for myself. It can be just hanging out with my roommates or not working, but Sunday evening for some hours I'm like, I'm not working. It can be me watching comedy online or watching a movie or something. But Sunday evening, you're not gonna catch me reading. You're not gonna catch me walking. No, 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 no. I am relaxing. So you need to learn how to manage your time. There should be time for class, time to do research, time to play, time to hang out with friends, time to call family, time to socialize. You need to manage your time. And with these 7 tips, trust me, you are on the right path to be successful in grad school. Okay, so if you learned a lot from this video, thank you so much. Please do it. So like the video, comment. Let me hear what are the tips you are taking, what are the things you are doing in grad school that has made you successful. For those of you who are done with grad school, I want to hear from you. What are things you do? Please let me hear your comments, and please don't forget to subscribe and share this video with the grad school students you have as friends, your friends who are in grad school, your kids who are in grad school, your cousins who are in grad school, anybody you know in grad school. Please share this video with them so they too can be successful in grad school. Always remember, Livingstone loves you, and I can't wait to connect with you all. Thank you so much, and we will see next time. Same section next week. Bye bye.